Hey everyone, this is Anton Munn here, and welcome to my 300 followers Meet the Munn video! Yay! Alright, down to business. So I got a lot of questions over the past few days, and rather than waiting like 2 weeks or something, whatever I said, I might as well just answer them now. I'll go in order by who sent them, so we'll start off with Uncovered Illusions slash The Windy Wielder. You guys asked sort of the same question. Why did I choose Ven to RP? Honestly, it was because someone suggested that I'd be really good at him. At the time, I was role-playing Antonio, or Spain, from Italia. That's how I got the name Anton Munn. And so I was looking around, I was like, I want to role-play Kingdom Hearts, but who do I do? So I asked the question to my followers, and at the time, I was following Explosion and Flickering X Light. And both of them suggested either Sora or Ventus. And I've never really been that fond of Sora. I mean, he's never really sat well with me. I just don't understand his optimism. But Ventus I really liked, and he was such an interesting character, and I could relate to him. So I decided to try Ventus, and then voila, you have older Ventus now. Speckles. Next up, translated translator, aka my friend Eric. He sent in, what is the weirdest interaction Ven has had with another RPer? He's not been around long enough to have a really quote-unquote weird interaction, but there have been a lot of really amusing interactions between him and Soli too. Just because they're both losers. Muses, the Mun is awesome. Now, the Windy Wielder, these are all your questions, so I hope you're happy. You sent me in 30 questions. So here we go, all by the Windy Wielder. KH3 wish list. Holy fuck. So many things I want. I want just happy endings. I don't want Xehanort around. I want the Please Save Me trio to be happy. I want Ben to wake up finally. I want Aqua out of darkness. I want Terra back. I want, like, everything. I want the organization to end up fighting against Master Xehanort. I want to see where the hell Syx is. I want what was going on with the somebodies of the rest of the organization. Like, we know at the beginning we get up to Axel, but what happened to the rest of them? Like, who were the somebodies of everyone else? And then Roxas and Xion. I want Roxas back. I want Xion back. I want Riku really happy. I want Sora to be a Keyblade Master. I want Kairi to be kick-ass. I want more ladies. More KH ladies. Oh my god, I want awesome graphics, awesome storyline. Everything. Everything possible. If I could survive on one food for the rest of my life, what would it be? Pasta. Cannot possibly live without cannot possibly live without pasta. Ventus's Pokemon team. I've been thinking about this for a while. I really don't know. I mean, if we're going by canon Ventus, it could be a little easier. Older Ventus is a little harder. Definitely a lot of wind Pokemon, a few grass Pokemon as well. Probably no legendaries. All of his Pokemon have big sentimental attachments, so he would probably raise them from when they were small. God, I really don't know. I mean, I've been thinking about this one, but I can't choose a definitive answer. Types I can sort of get, but not really anything specific. Not a lot of flying types. There is no wind type. I just thought of that. Yeah, he probably have a lot of flying types then. Wow, that was dumb. Yeah, probably a lot of flying types, some grass types. Probably mixes of both, the two of them. Maybe a few water types, but not really. Yeah, anything that's a really light, small Pokemon, more than likely. Maybe a Pidgeotty. I don't know. A song that describes Ventus. Yeah, I don't know. You'd think I'd have time to prepare this, but when it comes to songs for characters, it's something I really struggle with. Other than his theme by Liz on YouTube, which is really good, you guys should go check it out. Put a link in the little description thing down here on Tumblr. Can't think of much. A lot of the stuff I have on my blog, the playlist I have there sort of fits him, but it's a little tricky with him because then you look at different aspects of his personality that could fit him. You have how devoted he is to his friends. You have how willing he is give up his life to protect the world. So you have how fun he is, how quick to action he is, and then when you have my older one, you have how mature he is now. You have all these different things, and it's really hard to find one song that describes exactly who he is. So just music on my blog, it's a little sadder, but I think that captures a big essence of his personality. Any other muses from us aside from Ben? Not really anymore. I can't really do multiple muses at once. Again, I had Spain from Hitalia for a long time. I roleplayed him for, if I kept roleplaying him, it would be almost 2 years now. Let's see. I used to have two Hitalia OCs, and then I had one OC who was a lot of fun to roleplay as. Her name was Kitten. That's what she went by. That was her nickname. But she was a lot of fun to roleplay as. She was just a normal human. I have my OC Dia, who I could go on and on and on and on and on about. I was going to cosplay her at Katsucon, but didn't get the costume done in time. She would have been a ton of fun. I tried role-playing as her for a little while, but it didn't really catch on. I have a side blog where I'm going to start writing her story. I'm not hitting out the URL yet. It's also password protected, so no, you guys aren't not having it yet. Maybe once I actually get the universe created. Let's see. Have you taken anything away from RPing as Ven? Kingdom Hearts breaks my heart, but we all kind of knew that. I guess as Ven, he sort of taught me, like, just be close to your friends, look out for them. Things can change in an instant, and sometimes you really do have to sacrifice everything to protect those you care about and to protect everything else. I've never really learned any lessons when I RP. I do this for fun, but I guess that'd be one thing where RPing as Ven has really kind of showed me that sometimes you do have to put everything down and work. You can't just sit there and wallow in your own feelings forever. If you could go on a date with any Kingdom Hearts original character, who would it be and what would you do? I kind of want to date most original characters in Kingdom Hearts. It's a tie between two. Demix, probably go to a concert or an amusement park. That'd be so much fun. Or Riku. I think we'd probably just go hang around town or something. Maybe just like go to a library or something. Something simple. That'd be a lot of fun. I just mostly want to hang out with Riku just because he's like my idol. There's only like 2 characters in the history of everything I've ever done who I care more about than some real people. And that'd be Zack Fair, because he's such an inspiration to me, and Riku, because I connect with him more so than almost any other character in anything. So yeah. PS4 or Xbox One? PS4, I own one now. Kingdom Hearts is going to be out on it, I'm pretty sure. And I just am not fond of the Xbox One. Favorite Keyblade? Other than the one I designed. Holla holla. Probably Way to Dawn. Or, I'm trying to think. Aquos is really cool. Rainfell, I think. And I really, really like Oathkeeper and Oblivion. Both of them. I don't like them separate, but when they're wielded together, I think it's a really cool contrast. Right, favorite world. See, I never got to around to playing most of the Kingdom Hearts games, although I know a lot about them. I've only really played Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance I'm working on right now. Played a bit of Kingdom Hearts 1. I got up to Atlantica and Monstro, but stopped because I had to give it back to a friend. And my brother sold Kingdom Hearts 2 before I could actually like do anything on it, because he got frustrated with Roxas' story. So I haven't really played those, so I can't pick my favorite world out of those. But I think one of my favorite worlds would have to be Symphony of Sorcery in Dream Drop Distance, just because I love Fantasia. I love the concept and how there's like no yelling or anything. It's just all music. Oh, I really, really hate the reality shift. I hate trying to do that. And I'm really good at rhythm things. I hate doing that. Favorite Kingdom Hearts title? probably Birth by Sleep. I think that's one of my favorites. That's a really good jumping in point for me because I knew a lot about the lore before, but this just really helped me connect to the rest of the games. And Dream Drop Distance helped me connect back to those games. So those are the really two like good endpoints for me. But definitely more Birth by Sleep because I've actually beaten that entire game and I just feel so bad for everyone basically. What would a Keyblade representing Ventus's struggle look like? Now, I'm no expert on designing Keyblades. Don't try. You can design something like this, I don't care, but it's not going to be the best. I think representing Ventus's struggle, other than the one he has now, would definitely be backhanded. Just because that's his style anyway. And I think it really shows like how different he is from the rest of the Keyblade wielders. Like, there's something special about him, but maybe not in a good way. I think it'd be very heavy. It'd be a very heavy Keyblade. It would be something completely different than he's used to. I think it'd be made out of obsidian, or something resembling obsidian. Very shiny black. Maybe a little thing of light, like maybe a little gemstone towards the hilt, or maybe that'd be the keychain. But yeah, just because there's so much weight on his shoulders, that's his struggle. He doesn't really struggle from anything else. All of that he struggles with is from basically the outside. His struggle was because Master Xehanort wanted him for the Keyblade. His struggle was with Vanitas, who kept pushing him and pushing him out of the world. His struggle was with his friends that he had to try and remain loyal to. Most of it was from the outside. So I think this Keyblade would look very light, but would actually be very, very heavy. And he'd struggle wielding it, because that's what it is. He struggles keeping all this weight on his shoulders. I mean, he considered assisted suicide, for goodness sakes. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders, and I think that's what his struggle would look like. It'd look very light, because to some, he's just a young kid, there's no way he has anything, so it would look light, but it's actually very heavy, and it'd be shiny black, possibly very thin, but very dense. I don't think there'd be a lot of sharp edges. I think it'd be very simple, possibly a little rounded, not anything sharp at all. Favorite classic Disney movie would probably have to be Mulan. I have a very soft spot for Mulan. I used to really, really like The Little Mermaid, though. I used to watch that constantly when I was a kid. My mom tells me how she'd have to sit by the TV right where it ended because she'd have to rewind it and then put it back in the TV because I'd have to watch it again. But Mulan's always been one of my favorites just because I like her, basically, more than anyone else. And you asked me when you wielder why my writing is so incredible. And I could take this one of two ways. One, oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, you're so nice. Oh. But really, it's practice. I've been writing since about the 4th grade for fun. I always try and do creative things when I can. Writing is just something I've been naturally good at and been blessed to be good at. But it does take a lot of practice. You have to go a little bit outside your comfort zone, but when you have a comfort zone, work in it. My comfort zone is creating characters, creating interesting-ish plot lines, very good at cliffhangers, and also character relationships. And I work at that more than anything, because that's what I'm good at. But you do have to go outside your comfort zone every once in a while. So that's how you have to do it. You just have to practice. And again, you see me on here every day. Every day I can, I'm on here, and I'm replying, and I write drabbles, and just roll with it. If you get an idea, write a couple sentences, write a couple more, add some transitions, add a couple more sentences. And that's just how you get good at it. I mean, I sound really lame when I say that, but that's how I did it. I did it because I practiced, whether I realized it or not. If I could have a conversation with Ventus, what would it be about? Other than, holy crap, you're my baby? I think it'd just be about how he handled everything. I mean, for such a young kid, like, he's younger than I am, I think. He looks younger than me. He just had so much on his shoulders. And I can imagine how hard it would be to stay true to what you believe in, especially with all this going on with Master Xehanort and Vanitas and all this crap. Like, how he managed to do that, and possibly about his backstory, his parents. You don't see anything about any of their parents. You just know that Ericus took care of them. So I think that'd be another thing to be about, if he felt like it. If not, it'd just be, holy crap, you're such an inspiration to me. Literally, you are my muse. And it'd just be really interesting. And also maybe how the Keyblade gear, armor works. How that all works. that's the Keyblade glider. Like, how do you summon that? Do you have to have the armor and stuff like that? I think that'd just be really interesting to delve into. And also some of the lore, like what he believes in. Does he have a godlike figure? Is it just light and dark? All of that. Coolest thing a follower ever did for me? I've had some pretty cool stuff. People have drawn art for me. Someone sent me a short Grabble, I think, one time, year or so ago. I think just the coolest thing a follower has ever done for me is just being my follower. I mean, that sounds really lame, but it's really nice, you know, having someone that looks at your stuff, even if they don't respond, because I can tell a lot of people do not respond to anything. But it's just kind of cool. It's like, hey, you're a cool person, so there you go, you get a follow. Or at least that's how I do it. I don't know how other people follow people. I follow you if I think you're cool, if I like what you post. And I think that's just one of the coolest things is, what made you click that follow button? I don't know, but thank you. This is a thank you to all you guys. Anyway, so, yay, thank you. Pat, pat, pat. The last movie I saw was Frozen, which I had the soundtrack stuck in my head for weeks. I joined Tumblr 3 years ago, 4, but I deleted the first account I did because I didn't understand it. No, 3 years because I got it freshman year. And that was a personal blog. I forget what the URL. The URL used to be Tomatoyabun. Portmanteau? Is that the word I'm looking for? Mashup of tomato and oyabun. It was a Spain-based-ish blog. I just took the URL from that. But I deleted that after a while, and then I got Ask Terra Sigma Spain, which was my first RP account. Changed that to... I think after that I directly switched it to Claveles eCafe, which was my favorite URL. Carnations and coffee, because that's my Spain. He loves those. Loved those. I stayed with that for a few years. I got a couple other URLs along the way, but yeah, when I first joined it was 3 years ago. Almost 4 now. But I've only been RPing for about 3 of those years. What am I going to school for? Well, I have to, by law. But hopefully I can go to school for either journalism, creative writing, or possibly video game character design. Again, I design characters all the time. I have more characters than I know what to do with. I do character relationships really easily. Not that good of an artist, though, but I get the basics down. I get their personality. I get what motivates them. I get their role in the story. I get what they look like. Ooh, like very fine detail. But I think that'd just be really interesting to also just to get, you know, kind of paid for doing what I love. That'd be really cool. And you see my notebook here. I had to write down all these questions. I still have a lot more to go. We're on question number 20. Still by the windy wheel there. Do you want to travel anywhere? More like, where don't I want to travel? I want to go to Spain. I want to go back to Italy because that was fucking phenomenal. I want to go to, not really England, but just really most places in Europe. I would also like to go to Japan. Just why not? I think it'd be cool. Again, basically every country in Europe I would love to go to. I've just always been interested in it, and I just love traveling, even though I don't get many chances to. I have 2 pets, Wilbur and Orville, my 2 kitties. I don't have my phone on me, but I have probably posted pictures of them before. I love my cats. They're just the cutest darn things ever. Last band artist I saw live, I think, was Maroon 5. I had a friend who lived on the United States Naval Academy base, and they would throw shows on there because it's a college, and she managed to get tickets for those 2. And so I saw both of them, different time periods, different years, but I just can't remember which one was that. I'm pretty sure it was Katy Perry, though. My favorite console probably be, other than, I don't know if the PC counts, but probably the Nintendo DS or the PlayStation 2, just because that's what I'm most familiar with. My cure to a bad day, other than Tumblr, taking a nice hot shower, going at video games, playing some stuff on my phone maybe, doodling. I don't have much. that I do when it's a bad day, or a cure to a bad day. Usually I sleep. That's the best cure, I think, just sleep it off. Yeah. Let's see, Starbucks order? I don't go to Starbucks. I've only recently been there, like a couple of times. Usually I just get like a medium hot chocolate, whatever the sizing things are. What is it? It's like large grande venti? I don't know. I'm not that fond of Starbucks. I don't drink coffee. Um, yeah, like ever. I'm not fond of it at all. The first thing I'd buy if I won the lottery, Kingdom Hearts merch. Definitely more Kingdom Hearts merch, particularly Riku stuff, because I love him. And maybe the Dusk plush, because I really want a Dusk plush, but they're so expensive. Yeah, also college. I'd buy my way into college. Well, not really. But, like, I'd pay for my tuition for college. That'd be nice. Cartoons I watched as a kid. I watched a lot of cartoons. Courage the Cowardly Dog, Code Lyoko, Forehead show, Codename Kids Next Door. I'd watch Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Quest, Tom and Jerry, the Jetsons. I sound really old when I'm saying that, but we had Boomerang on our TV, so it was the coolest thing ever. Pokemon. I got into that around Advanced Battle, whichever one was in Hoenn. I'd watch. What else did I watch? Watched a bunch of anime, surprisingly, when I was little. I watched like Mare when it came on Toonami. I tried watching Prince of Tennis, not that fun. Mare was really big, and Hikaru no Go. Yeah, that's about it. There's a lot, but I just can't remember them all right now. Let's see, my favorite holiday? Halloween, just because best holiday ever. I mean, Christmas is cool, you get stuff. Easter's pretty rad. New Year's, but Halloween is so much fun. Just because it's the dumbest holiday ever, in like commercial wise, in retrospect, it's like one of the dumbest holidays to have a holiday for, but it's just so much fun. I have been to a con before. I've been going to cons for about 4 years now. Possibly 5? No, 4. It's only 2014. The first con I ever went to was 2010 Otakon. That was fun. And then I started going to KatsuCon, and so I went to KatsuCon 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so I went to KatsuCon 18, KatsuCon 19, KatsuCon 20. And then I went to one day of Otakon last summer. I'm planning on going again with a bunch of people that I know through this video game lounge that's in my local mall. They're really cool people. So I'm planning on going possibly with them, meeting up with them somewhere. At Otakon if I can afford it. There's also a video game conference con thing I might be going to. They invited me to. But I don't know about that one. That one's in August-ish. But yeah, KatsuCon is probably my favorite one just because it's about like $30, $40 cheaper than Otakon. And it's more of a, it's very like, it feels very familial now. Like, I love going there. I love everything about KatsuCon. It's just so much fun. And it feels more tight-knit than perhaps Otakon, because Otakon is huge, but KatsuCon is very small. And I think I like that more. Last question by the Windy Builder. Do you cosplay? If not, what is your dream cosplay? I do. Recently I cosplayed as Shion. Over the years I've been Axel, Kakamine Rin, who else was I? Spain from Italia was a really big one I did. I did that one for about 3 years. I was going to do an OCM one, but didn't get to. And I do have dream cosplays. One of my dream cosplays is Ventus. So I did not see a single one. I got my OCDia, who I mentioned earlier in this video. Also, Fi from Tsubasa. He's kind of right there. No, not the dark-haired one, the light-haired one. That one. But that one would take a lot of money to do, which I do not have. But yeah, those are my dream cosplays. Alright, this one is from Shido Rose. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? There's this small ice cream shop in my hometown, downtown. It's called Storm Brothers. Best place ever. They have this ice cream called Superman. Can't tell you what's in it. It's a very fruity-ish ice cream. It's made just there. Can't find it anywhere else. It's the best damn thing I've ever had, ever. Every time I go there, I have to get cotton candy and Superman. It is, hands down, the best ice cream I've had anywhere. And it's just a little small place. It's been there for, I think, about since the 1950s. It's really old, but it's the best ice cream ever. Let's see, Petit Soir, I don't speak French. I know you though. Professional opinion on Master Xehanort. Other than, and this is Leonard Nimoy Xehanort, so Master Xehanort, old Master Xehanort. Professional opinion on him, terrifying, in every sense of that word, because yeah, his design he's creepy. But I think one of the scarier things is that that's how sometimes people in power can get. They want to start things to see what would happen. And that's how a lot of researchers and all those old, crazy, like Nazi doctors, they wanted to research this stuff kind of to see what would happen. And I think that's a scary thing, is that people in power can get like that. And that's how we all kind of are in the end. We all kind of want to start things to see what would happen. That's why people experiment. They want to test this thing out to see what the results are. I think that's one of the scary things. And I was thinking about this in the car earlier today, but there's a couple of parallels between Xehanort, Old Master Xehanort, and Vexen. Now, they both created life, when you think about it. Vexen created Xion. Now, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure. Vexen created Xion. Xehanort created Vanitas. But the way those lives took a turn is what's most important. Vexen created life to see what would happen. He created Xion to see what would happen. And she became a good person. She's one of the heroes. And you have Vanitas, who's the flip side of the coin. And it's terrifying to think that they both could have turned out the same way, but didn't. And that's just so creepy. Just Xehanort in general, because any sort of researcher could turn like that. And he just did it for himself. And I think that's just one of the creepiest things ever. He's so creepy and terrifying, and it just whoosh. He just freaks me out in general. And also from Petit Soir, on a level of garbage sludge, quote, garbage sludge to, quote, fluffy bunnies in a flower field, how adorable do you think the tiny Destiny Island trio is? Face smush, adorable. Tiny baby Riku, tiny baby Sora, tiny baby Kairi. Oh, they're just so cute. I think on your little scale, face smush. Like, babies. Nearing almost a half an hour here, but that's all the questions I have. And I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me. You can learn more about me on my Mun page. It's waywardwindreturned.tumblr.com/munfo. MUNFO. That's about it. Thank you for 300 followers. You guys are the greatest. I think now it's up to 306. Rah, rah, rah. Not sure what I'll do for 400 if I hit that. But, yeah, so keep staying cool. Ask me more questions. It doesn't have to be for a Meet the Mun video. If you're curious about my opinion on something, throw it in the ask box and I'll answer it. Ask about stuff. I don't care, just thank you. Keep staying cool, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out. No one ever says anymore I'm turning into my niece.